Good day to beautiful people of the world. Today I want to tell you an interesting story about my mixed background. My name is Manuel Zschüschen. Despite what my name might suggest, I'm not German, but a second-generation Surinamese living in the Netherlands, born and raised in Utrecht. Suriname is a country located in South America, where population groups with diverse backgrounds and cultures were brought together during the colonial period and now peacefully coexist. I am proud of my multi-ethnic background, which includes Javanese, African, Chinese, Portuguese, German, English, and a hint of Arabic roots. Despite this diversity, I primarily identify as Surinamese Dutch. My exploration into my surname and background began when I was repeatedly asked, "Where are you actually from? Your name is so difficult to pronounce." I had to correct people on the pronunciation. No, it's Susan. As a 15-year-old, I began my quest on the internet, and that's when I met a friendly woman from the US named Phyllis Susan. In our family, we affectionately call her Auntie Phyllis. She shared the same surname and had been searching for her family worldwide for years. After extensive research, it turned out that we were indeed family. Her father Erwin Susan was a brother of my great-grandfather and had emigrated to America. They hadn't seen each other for 43 years. In the beginning, it was really, me and you, family, me and you have the same great-great-granddad. I was only 15 and spoke limited English. Yet, we managed to reunite the two brothers after 43 years apart. It sparked a beautiful conversation between two brothers. 6 months later, my great-grandfather passed away sadly at the age of 96. Thanks to the reunion, I was able to do something meaningful for them. This made me so proud I could do this as a 15-year-old. In my quest, I discovered more and more about my family and how strong and progressive my ancestors were. My heroes from Suriname include Susanna Wolford, born in 1885, my great-great-grandmother on my mother's side. She fascinates me. Photographs and portraits of her were common in the family. Through my research, I found out that she was of British Guyanese descent, a strong and independent woman. She was well known in Surinamese circles and even founded a club for entrepreneurial Surinamese women that have companies in Suriname or in the Caribbean. Her daughter, my great-grandmother Laura Wolford, had a beauty shop and souvenir store on Watermolenstraat in Paramaribo. Due to her significant reputation, she was honored with a visit from the then Queen Juliana. My Javanese background originates from Javanese people from Indonesia. My Javanese ancestors, barely 20 years old, were brought to Suriname as contract workers. They were hard-working individuals who hoped to find a better life in Suriname. Recruited as contract workers to address the labor shortage that arose after the abolition of slavery in 1863, they migrated to Suriname. This migration, facilitated by the colonial authorities, aimed to maintain agricultural production on plantations. My Javanese ancestors embody the experiences of Javanese diaspora communities adapting to new cultural landscapes. This is a photo of my great-grandmother at just 19 years old. When I look at the photo, I can feel their emotions so young and in an unfamiliar land without any family. They were often brought to Suriname under false promises. This is a photo of my great-grandfather Seren, 20 years old, just off the boat from Java in 1919. They were lied to most of the times with promises by the Dutch government and had to work hard in the field, for a small part of money. The German side of my family von Susan's family descended from noble figures in Prussia, Germany. The Kingdom of Prussia experienced political and social changes after the revolutions of 1848 in Europe. Germany was not unified and underwent numerous failed revolutions. Otto von Bismarck's Realpolitik eventually led to the unification of Germany under Prussian leadership. Prussia was a historical region in northeastern Europe, primarily located in present-day Germany, Poland, Lithuania, and Russia. Primarily located in present-day Germany, Poland, Lithuania, and Russia.it played a significant role in European history, particularly during the 18th and 19th centuries. My ancestors originated from Prussia and held noble status since the year 1746. The nobility in Prussia played a crucial role in the formation and development of the Prussian Empire. They were often involved in political and military affairs, and their influence extended across various areas of governance and culture. The name von Zschüschen is a very rare name, and its etymology is not well documented in public sources, making it difficult to provide a definitive meaning or origin. The prefix zsch suggests a possible origin from East Germany or areas influenced by Sorbian culture. The name Zschüschen likely comes from Susa, Soisa, or Shush Classical Hebrew, Shushan. In ancient times, Susa was a city in the Elamite, Persian Iran, and Parthian empires, located approximately 250 kilometers east of the Tigris in Khuzestan. The name could also be derived from the Hebrew word Shoshana, meaning lily. Although the name appeared in Western Europe as early as the 12th century, it wasn't until the 15th or 16th century that it became more popular. The von Zschüssens fought in freedom wars, such as the war against Napoleon. Additionally, my grandfather Charles Zschüssen from Suriname fought as a soldier during World War II against the Germans. Mr. Baron von Zschüssen, a relative, fought for Prussia, descendant of a noble family in Prussia. This man fought in various wars, and his descendants still live in America. The Battle of Waterloo is primarily known as a British victory over Napoleon. However, without Prussian General Blücher and his German soldiers, the British would not have won, and even Wellington's army itself was more German than British. My family member was also part of this, Mr. Lieutenant Colonel von Zschüssen of the Prussian army from the Lower Rhine, the Waterloo Campaign of 1815. Thanks to this powerful military group, Napoleon was defeated. I would like to share my story because I believe it's important to show that as a Surinamese Dutch person, you can be proud of your background. My ancestors came from different cultures from all over the world, some arriving in Suriname under bizarre circumstances. They never gave up and always fought for existence. Now, I stand here as an individual, a product of my ancestors. They taught me to be respectful and never give up in any situation. Where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you for listening to my life story.